Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Sorry, I have a little bit of allergies. Just now, when I hit record, I started sneezing. Before we begin this video, connect with, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. If you have a topic, if you have a suggestion, if you have feedback, if you want me to give you my take on anything that you're thinking of, put it in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, by all means. On Facebook, search for me for Carlos Flores Jr. On Instagram and on X, type in at Back on Basics, and on Threads, type in at Back on Basics or just Back on Basics, because both of them will get you there. So, let's talk about self-determination. Why am I talking about self-determination? Because it's making a decision and saying, this is where my stand begins. This is where I draw the line because I'm going to move forward. And so what you're doing is you're motivating yourself. You're getting yourself focused, mind and body focused, because you're going to move forward. You are going to be a person that's going to be unstoppable. Remember, right, that a journey begins with the first step. And then after that, you go another one, and then you go another one, and you go another one. And so you have to make sure that you're fostering, you're practicing, you're focusing on self-determination. Again, the important thing when you break those two apart is the self. That means you. You determine where you're going, how you're doing it, who you're taking with. Is your support system going to be with you? And how are they going to help you by looking at different aspects of what you're doing? So that way you can course correct. Because remember what I've said, and I'm going to say it again. It's kind of like, this reminds me of of professional wrestling. Because, if you've watched professional wrestling like The Rock and Hulk Hogan or any, right? Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, will have a catchphrase. So here's my catchphrase, right? Mind, body, balance is one of them. Here's the one that I've been saying lately. We are on slightly similar journeys, right? But we also have some uniqueness. And the reason why we have it, it's because as human beings, we are unique. We are unique as human beings. And I'm going to say it because I'm proud of that. Because no matter what, right? No matter how close somebody comes to me, I'm always going to be unique. Because you know what? I have experience. I have life experience. I have the way that I perceive things. I have the perception, right, of seeing things based on me, right? I'm going to be in the center looking at different aspects and seeing what best suits me. Because again, and I'm going to say it again, I'm going to draw the line. And I'm going to say, I'm going to move forward. I am going to move forward. And so that's what self-determination is about. It's about getting going. It's about doing things the way that you want them to do because you want to succeed, because you want to move ahead, because you want to have a sharp and focused mind, and you want to have a sharp and focused body, because if you think it, you do it. And if you do it, you think it. And believe me, I'm at a point where if I think it, I'm ready to do it. And if I'm ready to do something, then eventually I'm super focused on thinking of it. And it's amazing because all you have to do is practice. All you have to do is do what you want to do and do what you have to do, right? Because that's practice. That's moving on. You do one thing, two things, three things the most at a time. That's going to get you to your goals. Remember, I've said that a long time ago. in other videos. That was 300 videos ago. And so you focus, you move forward. And how do you do that? With the help from your support system, with the help from your village. Remember, your village are the people that you know, but you're not as close to them as you are to your support system. Your support system is kind of like your company board, right? Those are the ones that help you make decisions because you're making the decisions. Remember, you are the only one that makes the decisions on how you're going to do things, what you're going to do, and how you're going to get it done. Because you are going to get it done. I'm not saying possibly. You are going to get it done because you're going to be looking forward, you're going to be moving forward, and you're going to be motivated and determined, self-determined, right? Because you will begin everything. You have to be your guiding light. You have to be that beacon that will bring people together so that way they can say, yeah, I want to do what he's doing. I want to do what she's doing because they look like they're going to get to their goals and dreams. It doesn't matter how fast or how slow it gets, they're going to get to their goals and dreams. And that is because of self-determination. It's the same thing. Remember, at the beginning of this week, I said, I have a new mantra, right, that I added. It's based on Kobe Bryant. You do your best every single time. Don't do half, don't do 1/3 of your best. You do your best every single time, because if you do that, then you will be successful, because what you're doing is you're sharpening your skills, because the more you do it, right, the more you do it, then you're sharpening the skills, you're focusing your mind, you're focusing your body, and you're moving forward. Exactly what self-determination is, because you're gaining momentum. You're gaining these steps that you're moving forward until you get to your goals, until you get to what you want to do, until you finish the activities that you want to do and you finish the activities that you have to do. It's simple, but in the way, remember what I said, in the way in front of you lies the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so you have to, again, motivate yourself. Be self-determined so that way you can move forward. And I'm telling you, right, it starts as simple as looking at yourself in the mirror every morning and talking to yourself and telling yourself, I can do this. I'm going to do my best. And again, your best is your definition. It doesn't have to be everything under the sun. Your best is based on how you're going to define it. Don't think that, I'm going to go finish my thing right now. No, your best is going to be based on you. You decide what your best is going to look like. You decide what your best is going to be. You decide how you're going to get so focused in your mind that it's going to bring everything that you need so that way you can course correct, right? Remember another thing that I've said in other videos. Do not try to be somebody else, please. I mean, you are a unique individual for a reason. You are a very unique individual because there's only one you. There's a bunch of similar people, but there's only one unique you. And you don't want to be somebody else. Because again, right, they have their own drive. They have their own way of dealing with things. They have their own goals. They have everything. And I don't want to follow somebody that is going to make me change a lot. It's going to make me change who I am. I mean, look, my mantra that I just told you, do your best every time. That's something that is very generic enough that I can do it. And I know that others can do it. And others can do it as well. And so, again, be mindful that you are the one going forward. You are the one taking your first step. You are the one taking step after step after step. And again, not looking backwards or not going backwards, because you don't want any attachments from the past, and not moving too fast forward that you are going to get attached to a reality that is not really a reality because it hasn't happened. So again, right? Focus. You have to focus on what you're doing. And how do you do that? You motivate yourself. You focus your mind. You focus your body. You become self-determined. And then you get to where you want to get to. I'm telling you. Repetition. At school this week, I had some of my 4th grade students, special education students, practicing their multiplication tables. How did I do it? I gave them a blank multiplication chart, and I also gave them a completed multiplication chart. I told them, start on your own and do the ones that you know. Once you get stuck or you don't know how to proceed, start looking at the multiplication chart and fill it out. Why am I doing that? Because I'm their muscle memory. Because the more they complete it, and this week they completed it 4 times. They're like, Mr. Flores, are we going to do this again? I said, yes, because you're building muscle memory. Because I bet you that since Monday, and today was Friday, actually, it was Monday and Friday. We didn't do it on Wednesday, but they did it 4 times. They completed the entire multiplication chart from 1 to 12, and they did it 4 times. I said, I bet you that you know some of these multiplications now that you didn't know at the beginning of the week. And they did. Why? Because it was muscle memory. I just want to make sure. They became so self-determined that today one of my kids at the end of my group, right? Everybody went back to class. He stayed and he's like, Mr. Flores, I'm going to finish this one. I want to make sure that I finish from 1 to 12 and then I'm going to go back to class. And I said, great. I will sit here waiting for you. And if you need support, I will support you. And he finished and he gave it to me. And the look of self-determination in him when he was writing the last 3, when he was going, 10, 11, 12 multiplication tables. Multiplication tables. It was amazing. He was unstoppable. And that's the reason why he stopped and said, Mr. Flores, I want to finish this and then I will go back to class. So self-determination, muscle memory, mind-body focus, mind-body balance, all of those will get you ahead. All of those will get you to your goals. Believe me. I mean, I'm doing it. I want to thank the 353 or 63 subscribers to this YouTube channel. Remember, about a year ago, I started my YouTube channel with 4. And I get it. Some people can get to thousands or millions of subscribers in the same amount of time. But what I'm doing is I'm building communities that will last longer than just once or twice to be that large. These are communities because you're part of my support system and I'm part of your support system. And so again, anything that you have a question on or feedback or comments, again, put it in the comment section. So self-determination is key because that gets you moving forward. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. Again, self-determination is important in motivating and moving forward towards achieving your goals. Till next time, Back on Basics.